My name's Evon. At Western, I studied finance, economics, and computer science. When I first went to Western, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I actually started in entrepreneurship, the ICE program, and sort of quickly found that I didn't really want to start a company as much as I wanted just to figure out how they worked. And I thought finance is the way that companies really have to run, right? Every company's got a bottom line. And then quickly, knowing I wanted to get into finance, I realized I needed to have computer science to be ultra competitive there. And so sophomore year, I just randomly decided second semester to add a Python course, and Mark was teaching the Python course.
Yeah, so actually my undergraduate degree was in psychology, and I was going to go study neuroscience, and I worked in a neuroimaging lab. I was way more interested in the machines than I was the people and the brains. And so one of my colleagues said, yeah, you should study computer science. And so took a class, and here I am. I try to convince students, teach them to be producers of technology, not just consumers. We're really big on teaching students how to learn computer science. And so we try to give students the capacity and the skills to be able to learn anything that gets thrown at them in the future. Try to spend the majority of the class time actually practicing what they're going to do in the real world. And I think Tommy, he enjoys that part of it.
CS370 is, what does he call it, systems in C. It's just really down to the metal code, and he loves that stuff. And basically that whole semester, that whole class was memorable because it was just me and my two buddies hammering out, 11 p.m., midnight, up in wherever, the library, Kelly, and just doing this crazy programs. And, he was super upfront about it, like, this is a crazy class and it's gonna be very difficult. What do they call it, I guess? Like the filter class, right? Where if you can't really make it through that class, it's really tough to keep going in computer science. But if you make it through, you kinda, you have a good shot at making it through the program. So that was just the stereotypical fun class, almost like, I don't know, like basic training in the military or something, right? Like, all right, now you're gonna learn systems in C.
I recommend Tommy for the award. He's just a really hardworking student, and I want to recognize excellence where I see it in the classroom. Provides a good model for other students to kind of work towards that idea of hard work pays off. Tommy rises to the occasion. He loves the challenge. He's just a hard worker, and you give him anything, he gets it done. He's a great student to have in the classroom. Kind of wish I had him in every class.
So the reason I nominated Mark was, out of all the professors at Western, he really drilled home problem-solving skills and also accountability. And really, those are the two skills above and beyond hard skills and technical skills, more life skills, that I've applied most in a business setting. So my job is very much so small team size. Everyone is in charge of their own area, and you're just expected to deliver from your area. And that's kind of how Mark ran his classes. You have your homework assignments, you have your tests, and he's there as a resource, but you can't just go to him and say, hey, can you solve this for me? I have no idea. That would never fly. It'd be, hey, I've tried this for 3 hours. Here's X, Y, and Z I've tried. Now can you help me? That's when Mark engages. And literally that difference there was huge, because now whenever I come up with an issue in the business setting, my first thought is, okay, let's try to solve it 3 times first yourself. If you really can't solve it after that, then ask for help. And I can tell my team members really like that. I'm not just the new hire young kid who's coming in asking for help or people to feed him answers all day. I'm trying to go out and problem solve and build skills myself and actually apply them and become my own valuable team member. And that literally directly translates from what I learned from Mark. So that is the key reason why I chose to nominate him.
He took my machine learning class having only had 1 semester of programming. And so, he was chomping at the bit to learn how to use computer science to help make predictions in the world of finance. So he kind of gravitated towards that area of computer science, of data science and modeling. And so he and I chatted all the time about how AI is going to take over the world, essentially, of finance, and how, if he can build an algorithm that can do better than the best stockbroker, for instance. That's what he was really kind of after. He works really hard. Like I said, he's the epitome of what students should strive to be, right? It's 90% showing up, right? That's what it takes. Self-discipline, grit, hard work, right? There's no substitute for that.
The biggest lesson I learned from Mark is if you combine curiosity and problem solving, you can do anything you want.